But talking about Game 7s, let's quickly move on to the next matchup, which we all thought was going to Game 7,
Yeah.
but it was disappointing. It was a nice matchup, but it was disappointing from the Cavs side. Cavs not showing up for the for their for the series, and it did not go into Game 7. Me, Rudransh, predicting that it would be Cavs
Oh
in Game
man,
7, but it has been Knicks in Game 5. And what are your guys' take on that?
man, oh man. I think this was actually the best series that I've watched. Like at one point in time, you're watching so much basketball and you're like, damn, do I really have to watch Knicks for this cat? But man, oh man, did Knicks really give me a lot for my money, right? So first of all, I have a lot of stats to throw at you guys. Mitch Rob has the highest offensive rebound percentage right now in the fourth season, right? 20%. That means that for every possible rebound with Mitch Rob on the floor in the paint, he is grabbing every one out of every five rebounds, and that's showing you something
Wow.
because, like I talked about in that last season, in that last podcast, man, Mitch Rob has been the best big man out of all the three people in the Cavs team, out of all the three center or all the
I
three
agree.
big
Like,
men that the Knicks have played.
with
Randall, Hardenstein, Mobley, Jared Allen. It did not matter. Mitch Rob has been better than all of them, and Jalen Brunson has been the best guard, which says
oh,
something.
for sure.
And
That
I
I
think,
don't think that's even a debate
yeah,
at
it's
this
not even a
point.
debate right now. And with Donovan Mitchell, Danny Ainge not giving up anything for Donovan Mitchell. He wanted 6 first-round picks with RJ Barrett, and they go ahead and sign Jalen Brunson, who a lot of people thought was being overplayed because they had the Rick Brunson connection. Obviously, Rick Brunson, Jalen Brunson's father, who was working for the Knicks as a front office team, and they got suspended a second-round pick for all that debacle. I think it all justifies to this point where they've won in 5 games. I think Tom Thibodeau had a masterclass coaching over JB Bickerstaff. I think this team were coached in circles around them. I think there was no chance that the Cavs were after while watching this game. There was no point at time where I thought, yeah, the Cavs are going to win this game. At no point at all. They had a 15-point lead, and they just continued to build on that. And even when it was like a 6-point lead with Isaac Okoro hitting that three, dropping it down, having Jalen Johnson coming down, hitting a midi, and that was it for the game. And I thought that, all right, this series is over right now. It's going to be a 5-game series. Because at the same point in time, Heat and Bucks went into a 5-game series, and the Knicks did not. Knicks are going to play the Heat in the second round, and did not give Heat any time to, game plan or probably give them any time to relax, because obviously the Heat were probably not expecting at the start of the series to continue or win that series at all, even though they did end up winning, but they did not in the starting at least predict that Knicks are going to end the series in 5. So I think it shows Tom Thibodeau's masterclass, and now we're looking forward to reunion between Jimmy Butler and Tom Thibodeau almost after
Oh,
four
yeah.
years when he left Minnesota. So a lot to see
I
in
am
that
super
series too.
excited for that matchup, especially considering like the defensive matchups and the coach for coach matchup versus
For sure.
Tom Thibodeau versus
For sure.
uh, Spolstra. Yeah, that would be amazing to watch. And like two good defenses going at each other. But a quick like summary of this, I'd say Cavs had a higher seed, traded for D Mitchell, but nobody showed up for the Cavs. Literally nobody showed up. Not their twin towers. They drafted Mobley. They had a lot of trust in him, and this Cavs team showed out a lot in the whole season. But overall, I'd say this was a very disappointing show. Like you pointed out, Mitchell Robinson was the better big man. The best point guard and the best center went to the Knicks. And starting off, I think all of us believed that the Cavs were more talented and the Cavs could pull it off. But by like game 2, game 3, we realized the Knicks were more talented, and like even after the Randall injury, the Knicks were like they didn't even break a sweat beating these Cavs. And Jarrett Allen like even said in his post game that the lights were too bright for him.
Damn.
I mean, it's not about the talent. Basically, it's just that I don't think so. They had the credit. I don't know why Cap players just didn't want to win. I mean, if they and the players didn't show up, if they wanted to win, the players should have showed up. I mean,
it was a below bar performance for Cavaliers overall. We were expecting a lot from them, but then it was Knicks that played the better game, and I think so that they were the better team at the moment, and that's how they advanced to the next.